Before the revolution, humanity had known of Mars for millennia, its existence recorded as far back as the civilizations of ancient Sumer. In the early space age, spacecraft conducted flybys of the planet, and robotic rovers traversed portions of its surface. Between the years 2034 and 2079, Earth underwent a series of global revolutions. This culminated in the creation of the Earth Federation of Soviets, a government which oversaw the entire planet. From 2080 to 2280, Earth entered a period of near-total isolation, dedicating itself to rebuilding after the wars, reversing climate catastrophe, and conducting trials against criminal oligarchs whose actions had devastated societies and ecosystems. During this time, autonomous robots were being sent to the moon to start building cities at the lunar South Pole. These cities began expanding, and slowly but surely, the lunar population grew into the millions. This allowed for the flourishing of the industrial industry on the moon. In these industrialized lunar hubs, robots were sent to Mars to begin constructing underground and fully enclosed cities in preparation for future settlement. By the year 2300, the first humans set foot on Mars. However, a challenge arose. How should Mars be developed for the long term? The Earth Federation of Soviets, a multi-party government with strong local Soviets, decided to address this question through a bottom-up democratic process instead of a top-down decree. This meant that local councils exercised real power here. They debated and voted on the proposal without any elite party leaders imposing the law on them. Ultimately, a significant majority of the Earth's population approved a plan to terraform Mars. This approval rate was estimated to be around 60–70%. In accordance with this mandate, the Federation implemented zoning laws that forbade settlements on the northern hemisphere of Mars. The reasoning for these laws was quite simple. The northern lowlands of Mars were destined to become the sites of future oceans, and preserving them was crucial to achieve the long-term goal of terraforming the planet. Settlements were therefore limited to the southern hemisphere of Mars, which enabled the construction of cities without interfering with the planet's future hydrological development. By the year 2355, 55 years had passed since the first human landing on Mars, and the colonists were beginning to realize that Mars had considerably less autonomy compared to Venus or even the Moon. The initial population of the colonists, which was estimated to be in the range of 1,000 to 10,000 settlers, had multiplied to approximately 650,000 to 700,000. Crowding in the southern hemisphere settlements quickly became a serious issue. Despite zoning laws that strictly prohibited development in the northern hemisphere, some colonists began settling there illegally. When the Earth Federation of Soviets discovered these violations, they forcibly removed the settlers and dismantled the northern settlements. This action fueled widespread anger among the Martian population, exacerbating frustrations over their limited autonomy. The resentment deepened, especially as the Federation's harsh enforcement of its laws seemed to infringe upon the Martians' sense of self-determination. This simmering tension eventually boiled over, and in 2356, the majority of the Martian colonists revolted against the Federation. Over the course of a full year, the planet Mars was consumed by war, an irony, some observers noted, given the planet's namesake. This conflict raged from 2356 to 2357. Ultimately, the Earth Federation of Soviets emerged victorious due to a significant resource disadvantage on the part of the rebels. The Federation had the combined industrial might of Earth and the Moon, along with the population and logistical support of Venus. Despite the numerical advantage of the rebels, the absence of unified leadership and the lack of organizational cohesion proved to be critical vulnerabilities that undermined their efforts. Despite their military victory, the Earth Federation's leaders, including the Prime Minister, recognized that force alone would not secure lasting stability on Mars. In 2058, they traveled to the Red Planet and engaged in negotiations with the Martian governor. Here, they reached a crucial agreement, the Martian Autonomy Accord. This accord marked the formal end of the conflict and ushered in a new political relationship between the people of Mars and the Earth Federation. The Martian Autonomy Accord granted Mars a new level of self-governance, freeing it from direct control by Earth, on one key condition: the colony must continue and accelerate the terraforming process. The agreement was formalized through a series of treaties signed by both Martian and Earth leaders, cementing the new political arrangement. To relieve the pressure of overcrowding in southern settlements, a structured immigration program was launched, directing surplus population to Ganymede. Safe habitats were already being built on the Jovian moon, offering colonists fresh opportunities among Jupiter's icy realm. It was in the year 3000 when the Interplanetary Workers' Commonwealth was officially announced, further enhancing Mars' autonomy and granting additional self-rule to both Venus and the Moon. Despite these advancements, the Moon continued to remain an autonomous republic, subject to the broader authority of Earth. This unique political relationship between the Moon and Earth endured, preserving a distinct dynamic within the broader interplanetary workers' commonwealth. From 2058 up until the year 758, both Venus and Mars experienced the process of terraforming. However, Venus' progress lagged significantly behind that of Mars. During this same era, the first human settlements were established on the Galilean moons. Although plans to eventually terraform those celestial bodies were discussed, no active terraforming work commenced at that time. Mars' terraforming process brought the planet to the point of surface habitability centuries, if not a millennium, before Venus. During this transformative phase, people could venture outdoors wearing only casual attire and an oxygen mask. In time, even the need for a mask was eliminated, and Mars achieved conditions that allowed people to walk outdoors much as they would on Earth. Although there was one significant difference, however, the planet's noticeably lower gravity persistently reminded people that they were indeed on another world. During the era of terraforming, a growing diaspora of Martians began to colonize the dwarf planet Ceres. Meanwhile, Phobos and Deimos, Mars's two moons, were completely mined away and ceased to exist as independent entities. The water extracted from the moons was transported to Io for use in early attempts at terraforming, and the materials, consisting of metals, silicates, and resources, were repurposed for construction within Martian cities and across other inhabited worlds. Ceres voiced its desire to become a moon of Mars, and the Martians gladly agreed. Through the combined efforts of advanced human technology and careful planning, Ceres was successfully moved from the asteroid belt and positioned into orbit around Mars. With great precision, its trajectory was adjusted and stabilized to ensure that it would remain in a fixed position, neither drifting away into space nor spiraling closer to Mars. Continuous orbital management was also implemented to maintain its orbital stability, solidifying its role as a permanent natural satellite of Mars. In the year 7320, a significant milestone was reached when the Martian Federation of Soviets was officially declared and established. This marked the final stage in Mars' journey toward complete self-governance. Mars is recognized as an independent, fully sovereign member within the Interplanetary Workers' Commonwealth, which itself falls under the purview of the wider entity known as the Interplanetary Federation of Humanity's Soviets. The Interplanetary Workers' Commonwealth comprises three primary members, namely Earth, Venus, and Mars, while the Interplanetary Federation oversees the entire solar system. Today, Mars thrives as a prosperous world with a culture all its own, shaped by struggle, resilience, and innovation. In many ways, it stands as Earth's brother, two siblings born of the same revolutionary spirit. They fought in their youth, conflict inevitable in the growing pains of kinship, but time has brought understanding. Now, side by side under the vast sky of human solidarity, Earth and Mars stand not as rivals but as equals, bound by history, forged in revolution, and united in peace.